Hi. Hi there, Active Plus community. My name is Margaret. Welcome to my Brooklyn apartment. We are going to start today by standing up on our mat. So if you've got your mat, go ahead and roll it out, please. Make sure there's no furniture or anything that you could kick around your mat. And if you don't have a mat, feel free to roll out a towel or just make a space for yourself. You're going to come to the top of your mat and take your feet together. And we'll just kind of get a nice little bend in the knees there so we're not locking out our knees. You want to sort of tuck the tailbone underneath, draw the shoulders up towards the ears and then back and then down. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up, then exhale, dive down into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, bring your fingertips towards your shins, and then exhale, release once again into your forward fold. Now plant the hands onto the mat. Step back your right leg and then your left leg into a high plank. Let's all lower down our knees, untuck the toes, and then lower all the way down onto your belly and your chest. You're going to inhale into a low back bend here. And then we're going to exhale, push the floor away, and lift your hips up into the sky and find a downward facing dog. Go ahead, shake the head no, and nod the head yes. Open and close the jaw a couple of times. And then bend into the knees and step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise up once again. Reach up, look up. Exhale, hands come down to the heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palm, step back the left leg. And then the right leg, let's pause in our high plank. Feel free to lower down knees, chest, and chin like we did last time, or feel free to keep those knees off the mat. As you draw those elbows in towards the rib cage, you lower halfway down. Then you're going to inhale, come onto the tops of the feet and lift your knees off the mat. So you're just balancing here on the palms of your hands and the tops of your feet. Then you can release the knees towards the mat, draw the tailbone back, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog once again. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Just sort of let it all go. Bend into the knees, look forward, and take a little hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold once again. Inhale, rise up, reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come through to heart center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Now take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Come into your chair pose so you can act like you are sitting on a chair. You want those big toes to be touching. Draw the belly button in. Your hands can be at the heart center, or if you like, you can take them up over the ears. Really draw your belly button in. Nice strong core. And then turn that gaze up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into your chair. Draw those shoulders down and around the side of the body there. Pinkies towards one another. And exhale, release into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Now, take either variation. I'm going to go with knees, chest, and chin. You can leave those knees off the mat if you'd like. Come into your little back bend. And then exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. So in our downward facing dog, we've got our fingers spread wide. We have our feet parallel to one another. Releasing your heels back towards the mat there. You don't necessarily need to have straight legs. You could find a bend in those knees if that helps you. You want to try to think of drawing your heart towards the feet. Now bend into the knees really deeply. Look forward and step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise all the way up towards standing. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Take the hands towards the hip and step back that left leg. So we've got the right leg at the front of the mat, left leg at the back. And take a look at your alignment. You want to have your heels lined up as if there was an imaginary line going down the mat, it would intersect that back heel. You're going to turn your hips towards the side, towards the long edge of the mat there, and then take your arms up towards shoulder height. Gaze forward over those front middle fingers, and then exhale, bend into that right front knee. This is warrior two. If this is feeling really simple, you can heel toe your feet a little further away from one another, and you can try to sink a little bit deeper into that lunge. And you want to make sure that that knee is directly over that heel. So you can check that that alignment is correct by making sure that that right toe is peeking at you on the inside of that right knee. We're going to reverse the warrior here. So flip that front palm facing up. Allow that back hand to travel down the back leg, and the right arm reaches up towards the sky. This really strong core here, so you don't need to put any weight on that back leg. That leg is just there, or sorry, that arm is just there to balance on the leg. Now we come back towards our warrior two. We'll take a side angle. So deep breath in as you reach those arms forward. And on the exhale, draw that elbow towards that right thigh. So we can work with our balance here, and you can press this lower right arm into that leg to allow your heart to open up a little bit more towards the ceiling. We're finding a rotation in the spine. You can sink a little deeper into that lunge. Open up a little bit more towards the ceiling. And now look down at that right big toe. Inhale, rise back up. Warrior two, straighten through that front leg. We'll find a Tadasana or triangle pose. My feet are a little too far apart. I like to bring the feet a little bit closer together, maybe an inch or two. Look forward over that right front hand. Take a breath in as you reach those arms forward. And then exhale, that hand comes onto that lower leg. You can hold on to that shin bone if you like. You can hold on towards the ankle. And wherever you are, you're sort of working that heart open towards the side wall and eventually turning that head towards the ceiling. If it's starting to feel like painful or like you're forcing anything, make sure that you back off a little bit. You don't need to force anything in yoga. Just kind of work with the breath and allow things to naturally fall into place. And over time, things will get easier and easier. Now look down at that right big toe. Bend into that right front knee as you inhale. Rise back up towards the warrior two. Hands come to the hips. We'll step to the top of the mat. This is Tadasana, our mountain pose. Let's take a second here. A nice deep breath in. You can close off the eyes. And exhale. Just sort of calming yourself down, noticing anything that's going on, any thoughts that might be racing. You don't have to change them or attempt to stop them. Just noticing them is a first and very important step in allowing the brain to sort of calm down a bit. Now take those hands towards the hips once again and step back that right foot. We're going to find our warriors once again. Now you want to make sure that you have that heel to heel alignment. So once again, imagine that line running down the middle of your mat and hitting that back of the heel. Hands to the hips, turn those hips all the way towards the long edge of your mat there and take the arms up towards shoulder height. We're going to bend into that front left knee here to find our warrior two. Now, once again, you're welcome to stay here. If you want to get a little deeper, you can take your feet a little further apart and you can bend even deeper into that lunge. It's going to make this lunging leg really quite strong. You really want to have a strong core here. So really imagine that you are, maybe if you have like a toddler in your family, maybe you have a little cousin or a little sibling or something. If they were to come over and try to, tackle you, grab your stomach. I have a toddler son. He always comes up to me and does that. You have to kind of like brace your core. That's a good way to kind of think about using those muscles. Gonna find our side angle. So breath in. On the exhale, draw that left elbow towards that left thigh. And you can sort of rest there as you take that right arm up by the right ear. And work with the breath to inhale, reach the arm a little further away from that right foot. And then on the exhale, you turn that heart up towards the ceiling. Gaze is under that right arm. Really turn on all the muscles of the legs here. If you're having trouble with your balance, you can pick one spot to look at. And I'll look down at that left big toe. Inhale, rise back up. Warrior two. We're going to reverse the warrior here. If your leg is shaking, feel free to straighten it out and then get back into that pose when you're ready. You're going to reverse the warrior here so that right hand travels down that right back leg. The left arm reaches up towards the ceiling overhead. Remember, you don't want much weight on that back right leg. This hand is just there to provide a little bit of balance, a little bit of guidance. And now that imaginary toddler is running up to you to punch you in the stomach. What do? Ooh, really strong core. And come back towards your warrior two. Let's straighten through that left front leg. Reach forward. And then bring that left hand towards that left ankle to find our triangle pose. You can use that hand holding onto that ankle and sort of press down and allow it to help you open up the heart towards the side wall there. Gazing up towards the ceiling. If you find that that really hurts the neck, you can look towards the side of whatever room you're in. Or you can also look down at that left big toe. On the next inhale, bend into that left knee as you rise back up. Touch your warrior two. Hands come to the hips. Step the feet together back at the top of the mat. We'll take this Tadasana mountain pose one more time. With hands at the heart center. Inhale, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out through the mouth. Closing off the eyes here. Let's do that again. A nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Once again, making some observations. Making the observations of whatever thoughts are going through your head. Let's say you're thinking about what you're making for dinner later. Who knows what you're thinking? Just notice those thoughts and what they are. You don't have to try to change them or do anything special with them. Just noticing the pattern of what you're thinking. Another deep breath in. And exhale through the mouth. And you can slowly open the eyes and just come to a normal standing position. This concludes our yoga practice for today. I hope that you enjoyed going through these standing poses with me. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye, everybody.